Introductions start with an engaging overview of dyeing techniques, emphasizing their importance in textile arts and fashion. Explain what resist dyeing is and why it's unique compared to other dyeing methods. Introduce batik and tie-dye as two popular techniques that use this method but approach it differently. Highlight how the video will compare these two processes and discuss their modern relevance. Section 1. Understanding dyeing techniques. What is dyeing? Explain the process of dyeing fabric, including the science behind how dyes bind to fibers. Introduce various methods of dyeing, e.g., immersion dyeing, direct dyeing, and place resist dyeing within this context. What is resist dyeing? Define resist dyeing and how it's distinct from other methods. Discuss the principle of blocking parts of the fabric from absorbing dye and how this leads to patterns. Section 2. In-depth exploration of batik. 1500 words. History of batik. Trace the origins of batik, focusing on its cultural significance in Indonesia. Highlight its recognition by UNESCO as a masterpiece of oral and intangible heritage of humanity. Discuss how batik spread across Asia and became a part of traditional textile crafts in other countries like Malaysia, Thailand, and even parts of Africa. The batik process. Explain intends the type of fabric used, the preparation process, and the choice of dyes. Wax application. Dive into the tools and methods, such as the jointing tool and stamping with copper blocks. Describe the intricacies of controlling the flow of wax to achieve different effects. Dyeing process. Elaborate on how the fabric is dipped into multiple dye baths to layer colors. Explain the steps to ensure color fastness and evenness. Wax removal and finishing. Discuss the techniques of boiling or ironing to remove wax and the final touches to the fabric, like washing and drying. Characteristics and patterns of batik. Detail the types of patterns often seen in batik, such as traditional motifs, e.g., flowers, animals, geometric designs. Explain how batik artisans create intricate patterns that require skill and precision. Discuss the tactile feel of batik fabric due to the wax application. Modern applications of batik. Explore how batik is used in modern fashion, from haute couture to casual wear. Mention its role in interior design, like wall hangings, cushion covers, and more. Discuss the eco-friendly aspect of batik production and its appeal in sustainable fashion. Section 3. In-depth exploration of tie-dye. 1500 words. History of tie-dye. Describe the roots of tie-dye, from ancient Japan shibori to its popularity in the 1960s in the West. Explain how tie-dye became a symbol of the counterculture movement and continues to evoke a sense of freedom and creativity. The tie-dye process. Explain the types of fabrics suitable for tie-dye and how to prepare them for dyeing. Folding and tying techniques. Explore the different ways of folding and tying fabric, such as spirals, stripes, and bullseye patterns. Dyeing techniques. Explain how dye is applied, from traditional immersion methods to modern techniques using squeeze bottles. Setting the dye and finishing. Discuss methods for setting the dye, e.g., using soda ash and ensuring long-lasting, vibrant colors. Characteristics and patterns of tie-dye. Talk about the bold, random, and colorful designs that tie-dye is known for. Explain how no two tie-dye patterns are the same, giving each piece a unique look. Discuss the popularity of bright, psychedelic colors and the trend of pastel or muted shades in contemporary designs. Modern applications of tie-dye. Explore how tie-dye has evolved from casual wear like t-shirts and hoodies to more fashionable garments. Mention its influence in festival fashion, activewear, and accessories. Discuss eco-friendly tie-dye kits and the DIY trend that continues to make tie-dye popular. Section 4. Cultural significance and differences between batik and tie-dye. Cultural importance of batik and tie-dye. Compare the cultural roots of batik in Southeast Asian traditions versus the global appeal of tie-dye. Discuss how each technique embodies a particular culture and lifestyle. Visual and practical differences technique. Explain how batik's precision contrasts with the spontaneity of tie-dye. Patterns. Detail the controlled, intricate designs of batik versus the bold, random patterns of tie-dye. Applications. Discuss how batik is often used in formal or traditional wear, while tie-dye is casual, free-spirited, and popular in street fashion. Section 5. Modern innovations in batik and tie-dye. New technologies and trends. Explain how modern technology, like digital printing, has influenced both batik and tie-dye. Sustainability in dyeing. Discuss the movement towards using natural dyes, reducing water waste, and how artisans are making the dyeing processes more eco-friendly. batik, and tie and dye, traditional resist dyeing techniques creating unique patterns on fabric. Batik uses wax to form intricate designs, culturally significant in Southeast Asia. Tie and dye involves folding and tying fabric for bold, random patterns, popular in casual fashion. Comparison: batik is precise and traditional. Tie and dye is vibrant and spontaneous. Modern trends: innovations include digital printing and eco-friendly practices in dyeing.